She stabbed him 27 times. She slit his throat from ear to ear. She shot him in the face, and then she claimed she couldn't remember any of it. Jodi Arias sat in a courtroom for months. She smiled at the cameras. She testified for 18 days straight. She cried on command. She lied, over and over, with perfect composure. This is not just a murder case. This is a case study in narcissistic personality disorder, at its most dangerous and most visible. This is the psychology of Jodi Arias. Jodi Ann Arias was born on July 9, 1980, in Salinas, California. By all accounts, she was intelligent, artistic, and deeply charming. She had a history of intense, obsessive relationships with men, relationships that always ended with her as the victim, and the other person as the villain. In 2006, she met Travis Alexander at a conference in Las Vegas. Travis was 27 years old, outgoing, motivated, popular, a devout member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He had a large circle of friends who adored him. Jodi became obsessed with him almost immediately. Their relationship was volatile from the beginning. Travis later told friends he wanted to end things with Jodi, but struggled to do so. She had moved from Palm Desert to Mesa, Arizona, to be near him. She monitored his social media. She checked his messages. Friends described her as a shadow that never left. On June 4, 2008, Travis Alexander was found dead in his apartment by friends who had come to check on him. He had been in the shower. He was 30 years old. Jodi Arias was arrested 9 days later. The evidence against Jodi Arias was overwhelming from the start. Her DNA was at the scene. Her hair was at the scene. A camera recovered from Travis's washing machine, she had tried to destroy it, contained photographs taken on the day of the murder. Images of Travis, images of Jodi, images that placed her at the scene beyond any doubt. And yet, Jodi Arias told 3 completely different stories. Version 1, I wasn't there. I don't know anything about it. Version 2, 2 masked intruders broke in and killed Travis. I was there, but I escaped. I was too afraid to call the police. Version 3, after DNA evidence made the first 2 impossible. Travis was abusive. He attacked me. I killed him in self-defense. But I have amnesia. I cannot remember the details. It was this 3rd version that she took to trial. The trial of Jodi Arias became one of the most watched criminal proceedings in American television history. It ran for 5 months. She testified for 18 days, longer than almost any defendant in modern legal history. She was articulate. She was calm. She wept at precisely the right moments. She described an elaborate pattern of abuse by Travis that his friends, family, and colleagues uniformly denied. The prosecution methodically dismantled every version of her story. They demonstrated that the attack on Travis Alexander was not self-defense. It was overkill, a term forensic experts use to describe violence that goes far beyond what is necessary to cause death. 27 stab wounds, a slit throat, a gunshot. This level of violence, forensic psychologists testified, indicates personal rage, not fear. The psychological profile of Jodi Arias is one of the most thoroughly documented cases of narcissistic personality disorder in criminal history. And what makes it so important, so worth studying, is that her behavior during the trial gave forensic psychologists an unprecedented window into how this disorder operates under maximum pressure. First, grandiosity and entitlement. Narcissistic individuals have an unshakable belief that they are uniquely special, and therefore exempt from ordinary rules. Jodi Arias did not simply kill Travis Alexander. She then told the police he was fine when they called. She attended his memorial service. She sent flowers to his family. She believed she could manage the narrative. She believed she was smarter than everyone in the room. That belief never left her, not even in the courtroom. Second, pathological lying, a behavior psychologists call pseudologia fantastica. Unlike ordinary lying, which most people find stressful and difficult to sustain, pathological liars experience no significant psychological cost to deception. They construct elaborate false realities and inhabit them completely. Jodi Arias did not appear nervous when she lied. She appeared comfortable. She appeared more comfortable lying than she did telling the truth. Third, victim positioning. One of the most consistent traits in narcissistic perpetrators is the ability to reframe themselves as the real victim, regardless of evidence to the contrary. By the time Jodi Arias took the stand, she had constructed an entire parallel narrative in which Travis Alexander was the aggressor and she was the survivor. She described acts of abuse in vivid, convincing detail. Details that could not be verified. Details that conveniently explained every piece of damaging evidence. Fourth, emotional manipulation in real time. Watch footage of Jodi Arias on the witness stand. She matches her emotional register to what she reads in the room. When jurors lean forward, she softens. When the prosecution presses, she cries. When she senses sympathy, she delivers detail. Forensic psychologists who testified described this as reactive emotional calibration, the ability to perform emotions strategically rather than experience them genuinely. It is one of the most chilling things you can watch in a courtroom. On May 8, 2013, after 15 hours of deliberation, the jury found Jodi Arias guilty of first-degree murder in the death of Travis Alexander. The penalty phase, determining whether she would face the death penalty or life in prison, resulted in a hung jury. A second penalty phase jury was convened in 2015. They also could not reach a unanimous decision on death. On April 13, 2015, Judge Sherry Stevens sentenced Jodi Arias to natural life in prison, without the possibility of parole. She will die in prison. Travis Alexander's family sat through 5 months of trial, through 18 days of testimony in which his character was systematically attacked, through a process that, by all accounts, was a second victimization. His sister Samantha Alexander's victim impact statement is one of the most powerful ever delivered in an American courtroom. She described what it is to lose a brother, not just to a murder, but to a trial that tried to make him the villain. Travis Alexander was 30 years old. He deserved better than what happened to him. He deserved better than what happened after. The Jodi Arias case gave the world something rare, a prolonged, public, documented display of narcissistic personality disorder under the highest possible pressure. And what it showed us was this: the disorder does not break under scrutiny. It adapts to it. It finds new narratives, new tears, new explanations. It positions itself as the victim, even in the defendant's chair. Understanding this is not just academically important. It is personally important. Because the traits Jodi Arias displayed in that courtroom exist on a spectrum, and elements of that spectrum appear in relationships, in workplaces, in families, every single day. If this analysis gave you a deeper understanding of criminal psychology, please like this video and subscribe to Crime Decoded.